kind of music you guys play?
My name's Taylor. My name is Brandon. We play in a band called Handguns. I guess you'd call it pop punk, punk rock, whatever.
What made you gravitate towards this genre instead of other genres?
I grew up on like drive-through records bands, and our bass player CJ grew up on like Fat Records bands. I love everything, but pop punk and punk rock is just a genre that really stuck with me throughout the years, I guess. So that would be my reasoning.
Same reasoning. I grew up listening to like Blink-182, Green Day. That was like the first real bands I started listening to. Just never stopped really listening to bands in that genre.
Very cool. Who's your most influential band and or artist?
While writing or just in general?
Just in general.
It's a hard question to answer sometimes. It's just like, if I'm going to give like a really broad answer, it's probably Blink-182, because all their records sound really different and they always try to do stuff, and they were like my first band that I ever really liked. So, Blink for me.
I guess I would say like Newfound Glory or like Blink-182. I know that sounds like cliche or whatever, but they were the kind of bands that I listened to that just made me want to start playing music. Like I said earlier, I grew up listening to like pretty much every band on drive-through records. I was like, I love this stuff. Like I want to be in a band like this.
If you could go back in time to an era, which one would it be and why?
I want to get back to the early 2000s because I was young, dumb, and stupid, and full of fun, I guess. Life wasn't so miserable. Not that it's miserable right now.
I guess I would do the same thing, honestly. It's a good time period, I guess.
What's it like to be on your first big tour?
This is probably I would say this is the biggest tour that we've done, and it's like, it's wild. We had to like gauge too.
Yeah, it's complete.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was just like sound check was like a production, like it was like a real thing that we had to do. It wasn't like, running through terrible sound systems and like terrible monitors, but we even had them.
Mm-hmm.
We actually had like an hour to ourselves to make sure everything sounds right, and we had to learn how to, do that really on this tour and stuff like that.
Yeah, everybody's like, we're on a schedule, like he said, like, we're used to playing like these small clubs where it's like, you don't sound check until you're going on stage, you just run a quick line check. Like, Brandon said we have like an hour, we have an hour to ourselves every day where we can really fuck around and make sure we're all happy with how everything sounds, and like, obviously the venues are bigger, so you walk out and it's like, holy shit, there's a sea of people, like, this is fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the bands and artists on your iPod we wouldn't expect you to have?
I like a lot of pop. I like Katy Perry a lot. My musical taste like broadens. Like I love old '60s hippie music. I love like '90s alternative rock, like Gin Blossoms and Goo Goo Dolls and all that. I'm all over the board. So
anything that had Frankie Valli, so I have on my iPod.
who's Frankie Valli?
Four Seasons. Frankie Valli, Four Seasons. I love Frankie Valli.
All right, others there.
Describe each band member in one word.
Taylor, insane.
I was just gonna say insane for myself.
Brandon, uptight. CJ, hothead. Kyle, bearded.
No, Kyle.
Kyle, hairy.
No.
And Ryan.
Alan from
just
The
Alan.
Hangover.
So just Alan.
What's the craziest thing a fan has done to get your attention?
I have people write on my Instagram all the time, like really, really weird things. Like,
Yeah, me too.
Like,
well, especially on this tour.
Like, if you don't come to Australia, like,
yesterday we posted an image for a viral push for something that we're announcing in the summer, and some girl on Twitter sent us like a picture of what looked like a paper cut in her hand, and it said, "Announce the tour now, or I'll keep cutting myself." So as dark as that is, that's probably one of the creepiest things anybody's ever said to us. So don't do that. By the way. Don't do that.
Any up and coming bands and artists we should check out?
Yeah, for sure. There's a band called The Sheds that we toured with in October, who are really good friends of ours, who've been on the grind for just as long as we have, but it's something I don't know. But they've been putting out records that are awesome, really, really good. Just fast punk stuff. And there's a band called Seasons Change from California that we play with a lot, who's up and coming, and they have a really cool like pop punk thing going on. They write really cool songs.
Sun Suspension.
A band called Sun Suspension from the Midwest. They're actually playing a show with them in a couple of days. They're like a younger band, really good music, new EP coming out, and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I'm missing.
There's so many.
Molly's Worst Enemy is a band that we're playing with tomorrow that we invited onto the show. Who's also from like, where are they from? Where are we playing?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. They're from Minnesota and they're really cool too. Like an emo pop punk band.
There's so many bands that are like up and coming that we all really dig, but it's just so hard to like.
Yeah, it's hard to
if you want us to say your name, like
yeah, it's hard to get them all. Those are the
you
ones
would be
that
here
first-
forever.
Yeah, those are the ones that we've been listening to a lot recently.
Tell us a random fact about you.
About me.
Yeah, each
You
of
go
you.
first.
You go first. I gotta think.
There's like weird shit.
I grew horns one time.
If you'll believe.
I trimmed them off.
One of the weirdest things about me being I haven't showered in like 8 days. So now you know. It's pretty gross.
What can what can we expect from you guys in the next coming months?
We got a record coming out July 8th. We got a cool tour in the summer. We got a cool tour in the fall, and putting out a record and touring.
Putting out a record and touring, yeah.
Gonna be very busy.
The new record's coming out, and I think we're just playing the tour straight through the year, like nonstop, except for like the holiday season. And then, yeah, you'll see us. You'll hear us, and you'll see us this year, for sure.
What's your favorite venue and why?
Dude, this venue's sick.
This venue is probably like my favorite on tour so far, but just because it's cool, it's haunted, and we're surrounded by a bunch of weird things, like this empty pool. My favorite venue in the United States would probably be Chain Reaction, only because it's like a legendary venue that all my favorite bands have always played at. And we play there all the time, and we sell out shows there for some reason, and it's
Really
it's
love
insane.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, we played there a few times, sold that one out too. Yeah, that's pretty tight.
And anything you guys would like to say to your fans?
You go first.
We have a record coming out July 8th. It's called Life Lessons. We are going to be on the road all year long, so don't be one of those people that comment on the internet or they'll be like, why didn't you come to my city? Well, chances are you don't know how to use the internet and didn't realize that we were in your city last week. So kids, do your research.
It's things that really make us good. But yeah, thank you for the continued support, and we'll see you for sure this year, no doubt.
Great band.
No doubt.
That's it.